Very good evening and welcome, and go on, give that giggle. That's it. Good evening and welcome to this week's Green Room. Well, as promised, we had Siobhan on last week, and we've invited her back on this week to tell us a bit more about Stitches, because she didn't tell us the whole story, but more so about the jazz festival that she was at down in Cork very recently. But first of all, let's get the news out of the way. The Stripes are heading to London this weekend, and they're playing with the one and only Paul Weller, and that's in Abbey Road Studios. Yeah, I know.
That's unreal.
Abbey Road
Go
Studios.
The Stripes.
Yeah. Yes, that is great. We'll have a full review of that. What's going on down there and other news that we can say nothing about.
That we know.
We know.
In the know.
We know. But it gives me a chance to tell you that next week we have the Belturbet Dramatic Society, and they're performing a run of Donal O'Hagan's The Way We Live Now. And it starts this weekend in Belturbet, and it tells the story of Wayne Kitch, an aspiring radio presenter and personality, hosting his lifestyle and radio programme, The Way We Live Now. The venue for this week's... Have you heard about this? No,
I haven't heard about this.
This is a new one now down in Belturbet. The lads are coming on this. They're doing it this week.
Who's this that's doing it now?
It's Phil Gilbride.
Oh, Phil.
Micheál Garvey.
I did. Sorry, I did. Yeah, I did hear about this.
And it's about the Mega Munch, a fast food outlet and resting place for Eddie and Joy, the dysfunctional couple, and the homeless bag lady. It's comedy, and it's a bit of everything, really.
Yeah.
Boys
Phil's
come.
Great in it.
Yeah.
I saw him in True West, and he's just fantastic.
He was brilliant in True West.
He was brilliant. Yeah.
Did the American in True
Himself
West.
and Tommy Sharkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just fantastic.
They were. That's actors and musicians and everything.
Kevin is full of talent.
Do you act, Siobhan? Have you acted?
No, actually I did.
What?
I did, yeah, once. I'm not a great actress at all.
Hold on.
At all.
You're a woman. You're a woman. Come on.
I did once my first. It was actually this year. I did actually in Begrudgers. I was behind the scenes, and I just.
But what was the part you acted?
I was a maid on the Titanic. No. For the Mullahorn Drama Society.
So what, you just...
Yeah. I was the maid. I had to say, Mr. Andrews, the captain requests you on the bridge immediately, sir. And he says, what, why does he want it? And then it's like, the ship has struck an iceberg, sir. The captain requests you immediately. And then it's like, run off. And that's my two lines.
That was you?
That was me.
And did you go down with the captain?
No, I didn't go down
with the ship.
I left Mr. Andrews.
With the ship.
Mr. Andrews went down with the captain.
Was Mr. Andrews not?
Got that sword.
Was Mr. Andrews not the captain, though?
No, Mr. Andrews was the engineer of the ship.
Oh, right.
Yeah, of the Titanic.
It's a bit different from the film. He designed the ship.
Yeah, designed it. Yeah, Mr. Andrews.
Either way, it sunk. The unsinkable sunk.
Yeah.
But would you be interested in doing a bit of acting yourself, like, you know?
No, I'm no good at acting. I'm not. I kind of. Do you know? Before I even went on stage, the fear used to be in me. I used to feel so sick about going on stage and feel like, oh no, you know, only 2 lines, and I was nearly vomiting.
But that would be good. You really were on a ship.
Yeah, it was
seasick.
Motion sickness, yeah.
Seasick. And that was Mullahorn Dramatic Society.
That was the Mullahorn Dramatic Society, yeah, they did it for the
When
year. That was this year in April, was it? April or June.
Oh.
So it was, yeah. Yeah, so it was a great show. It was a really good show, for my acting in it.
Not at all.
Sheila Riley was in it, actually. She was the narrator of the show.
She was?
Yeah, you know, Sheila does the forum view for here.
She's the voice for that, all right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and now the ship's about to hit an iceberg.
It's about to sink.
It's about to hit an iceberg.
Yeah, but it was really, really good. Like, we brought the people up from, the people that were on the ship came up at the starting off. It was people came from the back and through the audience and different things. So it was interactive.
Oh,
So
right,
it
with
was
the
really
audience?
good. Yeah. Yeah, it was really, really good.
Fantastic.
So, for a local parochial play. it was
Cork.
really good.
Let's bring you to Cork.
Cork, yeah. You get the Jazz Festival. Oh my God, it's amazing. You've never been, Paul.
No,
I can't
no,
understand
no.
this. I cannot understand this. But I always said that I wanted to go to the Cork Jazz Festival and I never got to it. But it's so worth the wait. It is really worth the wait. It was amazing. I got down on Saturday and met Sally O'Dowd. You know Sally O'Dowd,
Yes,
the other artist from Cavan, who's a cousin of mine.
Yeah.
And she, so we had loads to talk about. So we ended up going out late on this Saturday night, and we only got one jazz band, actually two, and they were okay. They were good. But so I made myself a schedule for the next day.
Hold on. You're in Cork.
Yeah.
And you go to the Jazz Festival.
Yeah.
And you have a chat.
Well, you see, Sally cooked really good food. She put jazz on and she put a fire on, and there was 2 bottles of wine. So it was pretty tempting to stay.
Did you lose my number? What's the story? You could have rang, Nick.
I came down. We were in good company.
Oh.
So say no more. But what you call it? So the next day, I looked at the little booklet, the guide, and I couldn't believe it. James Taylor Quartet was playing. And I haven't heard James Taylor Quartet since I was a teenager, so I was going, is it a
Last year?
band? Huh?
Since last year.
A teenager.
Since
Since last year, yeah, absolutely. And they were playing at 2:00, and I thought there was a tribute band. I was like, is it or isn't it? So there was them, there was the European Hot Jazz Band, which we saw last week. They're Old Fish, they're called. But I went down 2:00 in the day to this place. It was called Crane Lane in Cork. Really good venue. Actually, Finn Keenan, if you're watching, the next video place for the Stripes. It's a fantastic venue, great for videos. So that he should really do the movie or video down there for their next music video. But back to the jazz, the James Taylor Quartet. Yeah.
Not to be confused with James Taylor. The
no,
singer,
not to be
the American.
Yeah, but actually I think they're related.
In some
I
way, yeah.
But
But James Taylor Quartet is more jazzy, obviously being in the Cork Jazz Fund, but they're more acoustically. Well, I know James Taylor is as well.
Yeah.
But James Taylor's more schmaltzy.
Yeah, rather than jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, and this guy is. Yeah, he's a bit electronic. James Taylor Quartet as well. And at 2:00 in the afternoon, the place was rocking. You'd swear it was like 11:30 at night, 12:00 or 1:00 in the morning. The place was just packed. But nice comfortable that you could dance and you could just see heads just going up and down. He did, if anyone remembers Starsky and Hutch, he did the team tune for that, and he was like playing it, and then he had this real.
Is it all cover, Siobhan? Do they do all cover versions, or is it?
No, he has his own stuff, yeah, as well. But then he brought this real sensual black lady out with a voice that just vibrated through you. It was unbelievable. There was a moment at the gig where the two of them sang, and he normally does really, really heavy keyboard playing, but he did quite mellow, and the two of them sang this real soulful song. And it just vibrated. The two voices just vibrated through you. It was just an amazing moment.
Can you remember the song, or were you in a?
I was in.
Were you in another planet?
I was on another planet.
Alcohol fuel. I
No, 2:00 in the day. I was I was meant to go home that day to my brother's 40th birthday. But I'm really sorry, Damien, and happy birthday.
You should have bought him to Cork.
Worst sister. Yeah, he was having a 40th birthday, and I was meant to go home, and then that gig happened, and then another gig happened with the European Hot Jazz Band after them. And
was your phone ringing? Was it the go?
Well, I kind of made the phone call. Is it okay if I stay? Would you forgive me?
Yeah, well, brothers do forgive.
Yeah,
brothers do.
He was like, it's fine.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, that's what brothers. Do what you like. Yeah, what do you like? Do what you like.
Yeah. So, but I felt bad. But then I just got lost in the jazz again. Yeah. So the European Hot Jazz Band were on after that, and they're like a gypsy style band. They're from all over Europe. They're from Belgium, Brussels, or Belgium, France. They're from Holland. Where else they're from? There's American actually there that she was a guest in, and
hold on, Siobhan, because I'm going to have to throw. Dave, that's always on the sound, is always throwing spanners in the works, but I'm going to throw one to him now. That's the video we want. Go on. The jazz one.
In the middle.
If you could hear what he said, he said, "Do you know what he's saying now? Would you and Siobhan like a little drink?" That's what he said to me now. In my,
Oh, I'd love
he
one.
really calmly said, you know, but this band is from.
So they're from all over Europe, and they had a guest singer on, and she was American, and it was like listening to a gramophone playing, like a really, really beautiful voice. You'd swear it was from, I don't know what era actually. You'd swear you were in New Orleans at some stage.
We've got a video of them without the girl. Without the girl. We'll look at the video and we'll talk a bit more about them now after this. This is
Old Fish.
Old Fish.
Yeah.
Vielleicht zu langsam zum Tanzen. Vielleicht auch nicht.
That's amazing. The real jazz there. Siobhan and I were discussing it while it was on, and we were also discussing swinging. And
swing dance.
We've pledged to bring swinging to Cavan. We're gonna swing. We're gonna swing. But swing music isn't swing dance.
Yeah, swing music, and that was the thing about this jazz festival.
Because Siobhan said to me when that was playing, and there was a swing festival as well, and we went swing.
Swing dance.
Bring your keys. Throw your keys in the bowl there. Hello there.
Leave that to you to bring to Cavan.
Imagine.
Yeah, we have to bring swing dance to Cavan.
There's no swing in the Mulhorn.
There's no swinging in Mullahoe. Well, I don't know. I'm not involved. I'm not part of it.
You know?
No.
I'll give you the number now when we finish. Anyway, the swing festival at the Cork Jazz Festival.
Yeah. So this was a kind of mini festival, fringe festival off it, and it was the swing Lindy Hop festival to it, which meant that there was loads of great swing dancers around Cork for the weekend. And we went to this gig, and it was called Swing and Blues Cats, and it was in another pub on. It wasn't on Baron, I can't think of the name of it, but and there were just great swing dancers in front of this swing band as well, and it just really made the venue alive. It was great.
Yeah.
It's just swing dance.
It was a full band.
Full band. I think it was a 6-piece band. So it was
brass,
double bass. There was I think they had 2 sax, 1 trumpet. Yeah, it was fantastic. And then after that, so it was great that you could. Now I wanted to explain this as well, because I thought the jazz festival was would be a bit like the Fla.
Yes.
That you kind of go into a place and there'd be impromptu gigs going on,
Yeah.
and there'd be music on the streets and everything. It's not like that. You kind of do have to plan
Yes.
where you go for this. Like, 'cause I suppose because Cork City's
Like the Fla, there's not something on constantly all the time.
Well, there is something on constantly all the time, but it's in a venue that you'd have to play in, or the Crane Lane venue. So it's certain venues, but it's not on the street as
Right.
such, like the way the Fla was here in Calvin. You know, so
Yeah.
there's not as many people around
But is it,
on the street.
There's no jazz on the street or anything like that?
No.
No
that's what
busking
I-
or anything like that?
No, that's what I was disappointed with.
Yeah.
Unless I just didn't see it now, and we were on a lot of the main streets first. So that was the only one thing that I would have thought, but that was my expectation. But the music that was there exceeded my expectation in the venues. There's this venue called the Metropole. It's a hotel, and it's got 5 different venues within the hotel, different suites, and it plays jazz from 2:00 in the day to 12:00 at night in all the different venues, different bands at all times. We saw the American hot jazz band there as well, or the New York hot jazz band, and they were fantastic. They came out into the crowd and they walked around the crowd and they played. They were only young fellas.
Was there any big
good.
bands?
Big names that I...
No, big bands,
big
like,
bands. Yeah, there was the
10, 15
Hot 8 jazz band. There were 8. There was another band, what were they called? But they were all, you had to pay for those gigs, and they were all sold out.
Sold out?
Yeah, they were sold out.
A huge crowds down there and everything.
Huge crowds, yeah. And great crowds.
It's
kind of where all the beautiful people hang out, I have to say.
That's why Siobhan was
That's why I
there.
was there, of course.
Okay.
I know. Everyone was dressed really kind of. The
Cool,
guys were
yeah.
just very jazz. Like they all had the suits, they had the skinny ties, or had the waistcoats, or they had the braids on, they had the caps on, and very kind of, or the scarves, and then
Very
the
cool,
girls were
actually.
very, very good. And the girls are all kind of done up, very jazz, and I felt very dressed down because I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, but
I'll be prepared next year.
Yeah,
I will
definitely.
be prepared next year.
We will.
We will, Paul. We will.
We will certainly will.
Definitely.
The
We'll
jazz,
have to do a road trip to
the
Cork.
jazz
Absolutely.
bandwagon. Sally O'Dowd, get ready.
Yeah. Stay down in Cork till next year, Sally.
We're on our way. I doubt she will. But Skaz.
Oh yes, I forgot to.
Have you got cream for it?
The Skaz. Yeah. Ska and jazz. Skaz. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's loads of jazz hands going on as well. But Skaz. So it's kind of like ska and jazz mixed, and it's what am I thinking of? I'm thinking of
Madness.
Mountain. I think madness. That's what I'm thinking of. So it's like madness of doo doo. And so they actually got us to do some dance moves, the Skaz. So they had, so it was, if I can remember, so the first one is you kind of start off like that, and it's pumping the wheel. So you start off and then you row the boat. So if you can imagine like a whole place venue done this, and them going mad, playing music, and then it's like milking the cow. So then they start doing it faster, and it was just.
I have seen DVDs like that, but they weren't jazz.
Within. Oh God. I'm going to be so afraid to come on this show.
No.
But Oh, they were electric. They were so great as well. They were really, really good. And then the next day there was loads of different gigs going on that people could just open mic gigs that people could just go and play. And I had to come back, so I was really disappointed that I didn't get to see them.
And do you play a musical instrument or anything?
No, I'm unbelievably bad musically talented. Like,
But you sing?
No, I
I've
don't.
heard you sing.
No, you haven't
Yeah.
heard me sing.
I
You
have.
not. So it's like
Sea
it's 3
shanties.
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
get
thinking
on.
I can sing. I never remember the words of songs or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I've seen you singing at the Flat Lakes.
I didn't sing.
I danced with you at the Flat Lakes 2 years ago and you were singing.
Probably at the bonfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lily Allen.
Yeah. You had a top hat on.
I probably did.
Very little
Yeah.
else, but you had a top hat on as well.
Oh, that was in the Unnameable Town.
See?
Was it?
See?
Yes, I got it. Yeah.
See?
Yes.
We
yes,
have
that was
photographs
it.
of that actually, not this week.
This is where the Stripes all made it big.
That's right,
Yeah,
that
was
was
that was an amazing gig. That was definitely one to that you couldn't miss. Like you would have been sickened if you missed that gig.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
They were
Brilliant.
fantastic.
Brilliant.
The whole tent was rocking. Yeah.
I know. But
Yeah.
the Cork Jazz.
Cork Jazz, back to Cork Jazz.
The jazz now. The reason I'm coming back to the jazz now is because in a couple of weeks' time we've got the Song Sisters coming on. They're going to do a couple of shows at Christmas. They're coming on in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh, great.
I want you to come on again with us, Siobhan. And you're not coming yet. I want you to stay for the rest of the show now. You're my guest now, and that's it. But the Song Sisters are coming on. Now, they brought out a slow song a couple of years ago, and we're going to...
Sorry.
Bit of manners. What did you say? Yeah. No, you'll be here next week when we have to get you ready for the Christmas show. But anyway, get your baubles ready.
Christmas
You
is going.
have to get your baubles out for Christmas. But anyway, the Song Sisters are coming on in a couple of weeks' time. Geraldine and Carmel and of course Eileen and Paul and Geraldine, the whole lot coming on. But here's just a little. This is a slow song they released a couple of years ago. But they will be doing a jazz show. But this song is really lovely, written by Geraldine MacDonald. This is the Song Sisters.
Pretty little picture on the wall. Come someday and you're gonna fall. Shatter like glass on our nice new floor. Instead of giving pleasure, just cuts. You'll end up in the trash with the old cigarette butts. See some Marjorie Dow. As the world goes round, we all fall down. Some get back up out of the muck, some just wallow. I don't wanna hold my head up in the clouds. There's too many bumps on the road to knock me down. Don't wanna hold my head up in the clouds. There's too many bumps on the road to knock me down. Nothing's gonna knock me down, down. Pretty little baby in my arms. She's all her mother's wedding charms. Well, so they say, who cares anyway? Two sides to every story in the human head. With a wish for good that wish you dead. It's a sad affair, 'cause we'll all die anyway. See some Marjorie Dow. As the world goes round, we all fall down. Some get back up out of the muck, some just wallow. I don't wanna hold my head up in the clouds. There's too many bumps on the road to knock me down. would have had their day if we'd all lived together in the usual way. Seesaw, Marjorie Daw, as the world goes round, we all fall down. Some get back up out of the muck, some just wallow. I don't wanna hold my head up in the clouds, listening any bus on the road to knock me down. Don't wanna hold my head up in the clouds, listening any bus on the road to knock me down. Nothing's gonna knock me down, down. Ooh, nothing's gonna knock me down, down. Nothing's gonna knock me down, down.
Geraldine, Eileen, Carmel, Paula, and Geraldine. Song sisters. And they'll be on with us in a couple of weeks' time because they've got a couple of Christmas shows coming up. And they're going to come in live and have a bit of crack with us as well. Now, just before we wrap up tonight, we're going to find out what exactly Siobhan Harton's going to be doing in the next, well, in the foreseeable future. Siobhan, what's coming up for...
For me, well, I'm quite busy at work at the moment, but something that I really want to work on is the womb room that I created, the installation that I created for the FLA and exhibited in TransArt. So I really want to expand that installation or develop it a bit more.
Tell us a bit more about that.
So the womb room was an installation that I did for TransArt, and it's basically transforming a room kind of this size into a womb. And you went in and it was very comforting, very nurturing space, and it's a place where you could have time out and you could hear the heartbeat. So it was like you went back to being in the womb and experiencing being in the womb. So
I know. David's saying it's a womb with a view.
It was a womb with no view.
A womb with no view.
With no view.
This is therapeutic.
It was very therapeutic.
Yes, it's relaxed. I was getting into it there, and this voice came into me.
I could see
I was getting into it. I was going,
yeah.
Why
haven't you been there?
Yeah. I will. Don't worry, we can do it one year.
Yeah. No, and it was great. I got really good feedback from it, but it's something that I want to develop a bit further as well, like bring it to, maybe actually I'd really like to exhibit it in the library, do maybe a pod or so something like I'm going to be working with another guy on that hopefully, and we'll see how we can develop it, a very good technician designer.
Who's the guy? Are you allowed to say? Or?
I won't probably say yet. I
Oh.
won't say yes because I don't want to rock any boat in case.
Oh yeah.
In case it was a drunken conversation.
In case somebody's watching this and saying that's me, and you
that's
say the wrong
me.
name, so no, it's not me.
Yeah.
Will you be?
Promised me.
Were you wearing the top hat and had you the cane? This top hat has to come in. You know, we have to get it in.
Where did you see that?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
at the
Yeah, you don't believe
enable,
this.
Isn't it?
You don't believe this.
Is this the
You see, and
enable,
everybody thinks
isn't
this
it?
is a joke. That it's everyone thinks this is the innuendo show when Siobhan and I are together. But you did have a mask on then with the top hat. Yeah.
But
I've got the photographs.
that was for fat legs.
Yeah, it was for the crack.
That's not for sure.
I might show these photographs next week unless you give me €20,000.
There's a bribe. He's bribing me.
Not bribing me.
Back to the room.
Well, look, I'm going to let you off lightly now because that's all we have time for tonight.
Okay,
And Siobhan, again, a fantastic guest to have on. We're going to try and arrange a few things before Christmas that she's with me all the time here, in a professional sense, of course.
My pleasure. Yeah. I would love to, Paul.
Well, there you are. You've heard it now. We'll be back next week. Get well soon to Charlie McGettigan. We'll have more news for you again. And she's mumbling again. She's mumbling. I'll see you next week. We'll be able to see you next week for the Green Room.